Hey y'all, let's take a few gentle breaths together. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels good. See if there's something you're in the clench about today, and see if you can just soften. Even the idea of softening your gaze as if you're gazing upon whatever it is. Softly. I'm actually at Gulfa Gorge near Hot Springs, and it's gorgeous. There's running water close by, but all I'm hearing is some noisy trucks. Yeah, I mean, you can see the beauty. It's like, oh my gosh. I might walk you down here to show you I gotta show you the running water. See if you can hear that as well. Maybe we'll just go for a walk together today. Did you know that I love you? I love you, I love you, I love you. Anyway, this was gonna be another, I was gonna say raw and unedited, real, authentic, whatever video today, just because I had been having a heavy morning, heavy emotions, crying a lot this morning, and needed some support myself. And but I did put a little makeup on and cover up a little bit of that tiredness because I have a meeting to go to next. So there's a little bit of editing. Can you hear that? I'm so grateful to my friend Karen Channing this morning. She did some EFT, tapping with me. Can't do it with both hands. And just helped me get to a restful place with what was coming up that was unwanted and kind of hard to see, experience, feel in my body, intense. I am preparing for a talk, a sharing on Sunday at Unity of Little Rock. And it's perfect, of course. It's bringing up all sorts of things within me that I'm confronting. Probably not for the first time or the last time. I just wanted to go ahead and, again, be transparent and share a little bit with you today. So my talk is called The Cookie Dough of Life. And it's about harnessing the power to create. And I was going to say the life that we love living. Again, sounds very life mastery language, which has been very effective for me in the past, working with some life mastery coaches, Felicia Searcy in particular. And there's truth in this concept that our imagination is our superpower. Just like a cookie cutter, whatever we are focusing on and holding in mind. The Unity principles, so I'm sharing at Unity of Little Rock, and the 5 Unity principles, the third one that I'm sharing on is that we are co-creators with God. That we are creating through thought held in mind. And it's that same idea that this image that we form, that we hold in our mind, the more detail we give it, the more intensity, the longer we hold on to it, the more we form the shape like a cookie cutter. And there's this invisible substance all around us. Invisible. And the important thing to know is, of course, that wasn't very invisible. You can see, you can hear the water, you can see the water and the trees and everything. So imagine the invisible substance around you. Let's call it the cookie dough of life. And here's a really important thing to keep in mind. And obviously on the moments when I was dealing with a lot of sorrow this morning and pain, emotional pain and loneliness. And I obviously wasn't being soft or tender with myself in those moments. I'm not saying there was a total absence of it, but I just needed to feel what I needed to feel to make space for it to come up, move out, and make space for something else. And So the word I'm looking for is neutrality. So this cookie dough of life, this invisible substance around us, is neutral. Neutral, you guys. Neutral. It's neutral. I mean, I don't know how many of us were taught to think of life as neutral. We're taught to think of things as black and white, good and bad, right and wrong. So if we take this imprint and we press it upon this invisible neutral substance, we're going to bring back the form of something. And we may decide once we get the form of that whether we actually want it or not. But if we can remember that it's neutral, that this substance around us, this creative substance, the cookie dough of life, isn't judging what it is we're bringing into form. We have the freedom to do that. So, I mean, most of us want to create more peace. We want to invite more love into our lives, more prosperity. So if we're doing our affirmations, if we're forming these images in our mind and imprinting them upon the substance, if we are in fact love and light, how is it we're also still sorrow and pain? How is it that we're pulling anything else into our lives that we would say we don't want? So again, Karen helped me with that. There's a process called inquiry, very powerful. And it's helping us get to what's real. So I'm going to share just a tiny little bit of what she did on a video she shared with me, probably from her Facebook page from years ago, 2018, I think. And she said, affirmations or bullshitting ourselves, I think was the title of it. How do we know what's what? And she gave some really good examples about when we're using affirmations and we're not feeling the truth of it in our bodies. I love looking at my body in the mirror in the morning. And your body goes, oh, no, I don't. I have everything I need. And your body gives you the cues that responds to that statement, that affirmation. Goes, oh, no, I don't. One she helped me with today was, I'm in recovery. I don't know why, right? Suddenly, I'm imagining Sunday, and I'm not wanting. It's Father's Day, and I'm not wanting to bring up that I had a troubled relationship with my father. And I'm afraid right now in sharing this with you, if any of my family watches this, they'll be hurt by me diagnosing him as a narcissist. And that may feel strong, harsh. But there's something called narcissistic abuse stress syndrome. Look it up. 5 signs, and I have all the signs that I'm recovering from that still at my age. And so one of the signs is that I've been taught to doubt myself, doubt my own instincts, doubt that I know what's good or right for myself or what choices to make in my life. I told somebody recently I needed some time to really give to myself, to recharge my battery. I was suffering from compassion fatigue, and I don't think they really comprehended what that could possibly mean. And they're like, no, we recharge by giving to others. I'm like, yeah, I do that every day. It's my nature. It's my profession. And sometimes I absolutely have to put myself first. So I'm kind of all over the place, but let's go to this. So one of the signs was you learn to doubt yourself. So of course it's hard to trust others. That was hard for me to hear. So to say, if I were to affirm, I know I can trust others, or I trust others, my body would go, oh God, actually people terrify me. I'm afraid they're not going to think highly of me, or they don't want to support me. They don't want to fill in the blank. So she said, start with where you are. Otherwise, inside you give yourself an affirmation, and what you hear, bullshit. That's not true. Oh gosh, I'll have to post in the description. She shared with me a song by Micah. Is it Willie Nelson's son? And it's called Bullshit. Everything is bullshit. Sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves. It was just fun. Funny, and I think there's something even really serious and profound about the song. But when we're hearing that inner bullshit to the affirmations that we're trying, and they're not helping us produce the lovely things in life we say that we want. She said, now I'm going to quote Omona Ma, as I do so often lately. Start with just a soft gaze. There may be nothing more than that that's needed. A soft gaze, some tenderness with that part of us that's actually experiencing loneliness, sorrow, suffering, pain, fear, instead of rainbows and unicorns, love and light. Good, how are you doing? Good. So Karen gave some great advice, and she said, start with something that does feel true to you. Start with an affirmation like, so if it's not, I trust people to be kind to me, or to accept, embrace, encourage, celebrate my many shapes and sizes. What about, for me, make sure it feels true in your body. Trust the information your body's giving you when you try these on for size. So I say, I trust the universe. And that is true for me. So as we were tapping this morning, I got to the root of some distrust I was experiencing, and it helped to state the truth is such a tricky word. Small t, big T, the truth of who I am. I know that divinity lives within all of us, and I know that I can imprint upon the substance around me and draw back just about anything I want in life. I can hear Felicia saying, yeah, you can have anything, but you can't have everything. It usually means you have to give something up in life. So as we're tapping, I was able to just be honest. I think we actually started out, you can't see me tapping the side of my wrist, my fingers, but I have trouble trusting that others are going to accept and embrace me, And what I could say then, though, was I trust the universe. Another word for universe for me is God. So put your own word in there. So start with something that you do trust. Rather than, she gave a great example, rather than I have everything I need, if that doesn't feel true in your body, start with something that does feel true. I have everything that I need for this day. Give us this day our daily bread. And today I have my daily bread. I have everything I need, and that feels true. That feels gentle. That feels real, authentic. So let's go back to the soft gaze with ourselves today. I love you. I love you. I love you. You can actually tune in. We're meeting live on Sunday, the 16th of June at 10:30 a.m. And I think if you go to Unity LR, that stands for Little Rock, Unity, UNITYLR.com, maybe. There's also a Zoom. You can tune in by Zoom. So maybe I'll see you on Sunday, or some other time our paths might cross on this amazing, complicated, messy, exciting, beautiful, terrifying journey. Wasn't that probably a pretty sight? I love you. I love you. I love you. Feel it. It's real. Find something that settles you down just a little bit today.